We get a couple of minutes now with a guy that's not looking for an extension right now. He's just looking to make his name in the league. That's our good buddy Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. We've had an opportunity to sit down with a couple of different times here, Eddie. He jumps aboard. He of the New Jersey Nets. He's got a nice little thing he's working on here, right to play, and we'll get to that in just a second and have him tell us about all that good stuff. But Rondae, I noticed something the other day. I went on NBA.com and I saw a little video of you doing something for your mother, and I'm telling people, can you believe this? I have trouble getting my mother a card here for her birthday. You give her a darn house. What the heck was that all about, and how did she like that?
Man, it was just me and my brother trying to surprise our mom. It was a great experience, to have the people there and to be able to do that on that date. It was amazing, and she loved it. She cried about 10 times, and it was just great to see her happy.
Rondae, look, here's the key, and this is what I want you to bring people in to understand how good this was for you, because I know, because I had the opportunity to do the same for my mom, probably my 4th or 5th year in the NBA. And growing up, in your neighborhood like you did, you were dreaming. I mean, you were not only just dreaming of the NBA, but you were dreaming and making life better for your mom. So the whole process, starting from the first day that you decided to go ahead with this process, it had to be just as exciting as you going out getting 25 in a game.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, growing up in my neighborhood, it's just like all we could think about is, whatever we got to do to make our mom proud, whatever we got to do, and that was my biggest point. So to put that smile on my mom's face, draft night, her birthday, all these nights that I'll remember for the rest of my life, it's a dream come true for me.
Yeah, and Rondae, she smiled when you got the house. Maybe not smiling right now when she's watching some of the games here, because you guys are off to that 0-5 start, one of 4 winless teams, and that's got to be a little bit difficult to take. What's the atmosphere right now around the team as a result here of the slow start?
We're staying close. Well, a lot of teams, you go through things. It's a long season, but we're staying close for the main part. We just got to keep getting better, keep working. Keep practice hard, and things will definitely change.
Joe Johnson is obviously you guys' leader. He and Lopez, and Joe's gotten off to a slow start. But I tell people it's been a little difficult for him because he had to make so many changes over the last few years, acquiescing to Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Darren Williams. Now that all 3 of those guys are gone, has it been tough for Joe to seize that leadership role and take over games? Because it seems like he's struggling offensively.
So I would say he's working. Just it comes to him. He's a great player. He's a great leader. We love Joe. I look up to Joe as a mentor. So he'll definitely get going.
We're talking here with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, and he's got an event coming up here that we're going to get to, Right to Play, which uses athletics to educate and empower kids. Big Red Ball here, Eddie. That's their big event, which is coming to New York City, and it's coming up on Monday the 9th, so we're looking forward to that. Going to involve some Nets, some Rangers, some soccer players, so we'll get to that here, and we'll have him fill in the details for us in just a couple of minutes. Now, Rondae, I get up, I do my daily reading here, and I go to ESPN and I see an article which mentions some criticism here for Lionel, and I've worked with Lionel in the past, love him. He's hosted the show with us, but talked about how he should be playing you a little bit more here. You were a plus 13 in 11 minutes yesterday. When you're on the floor, you guys are actually outscoring opponents by 16 points per game through 100 possessions. So what has Lionel told you about what you need to do to get out there on the floor a little bit more?
Keep working hard. My time will come. I'm a rookie, and I got to understand, that I got to be patient. So just waiting my turn and just working hard. Never lose sight of what you got to do. Just keep working hard, being first in the gym. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed.
You hear the stories about the NBA before you come in, and you try your best not to hear it all and you hear the myths of the game. What's been the biggest surprise for you once you set foot, not just in rookie league, but when you set foot in training camp? What surprised you the most about those guys that you just watched on TV and now you're going against them every day in practice?
Oh, man, I would say watching it, things look like a lot different, like watching it on TV or in person, like, hey, man, this looks easy, or, I could do that, or X, Y, Z, but when you actually get out there, things are a lot harder. The momentum of the game's different. You just got to learn how to, you got to learn how to adjust to that and adapt really quick.
We're talking with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, Nets rookie. You follow him over there on Twitter at RondaeHJ24. And Rondae, I'm going to ask Damari Carroll this coming up in just a couple of minutes because he's going to join the program top of the hour. And the Raptors are 5-0. And it really has nothing to do with your team, but with a guy right now that is just taking the NBA by storm. And that's Steph Curry. I mean, you were voted best rookie defender by your peers here in the offseason. We know you can defend. That's your specialty. How the heck do you go about defending this guy when you got to face him?
I would say just doing the best job you can. He's a great player. He can score the ball, shoot extremely well. You just got to be aggressive and play smart and give it your all. Watch a lot of film on him and just go out there and get after it.
What are guys saying, like, in the locker room after you see another one of these performances? I mean, is there any talk about what he's doing right now in your locker room between the guys?
No, we try to just worry about the next game or, the day that we're in. We don't try to look too far ahead.
Well, Lionel Hollins is a guy that coached me as an assistant coach when I played in the league, and he's old school. And so you're getting a dose of the old school way of coaching in your indoctrination into the NBA. How has that been for you? Have you been able to accept that and understand where he's coming from in order to get more minutes and be able to produce more?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody has a way of coaching, and, it works for them. So I got to accept it, and I got to do what I got to do to be able to get out there. And I also got to understand that certain things I can't do, that I was used to doing in college or something. So with him, showing us, he's helping us how to become men, life after basketball. And those things with basketball help us and will help us forever, in the rest of our life. But it also will help us now in the game. So I think his philosophy to coaching us is a great way to go about it.
All right, Rondae. Now, I'm in this community. I'm in the New York City area, and it looks like you got something coming up here on Monday the 9th, Right to Play. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, why you got involved, and what it's all about?
Well, it's as you said earlier, it's a organization, teaching youth leaders, how to help kids out, and hold on 1 second. My phone's breaking up.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, we I guess can carry it here with the most important stuff of your stop, and that's the Right to Play, which got an event coming up here. Big Red Ball, New York City area on the 9th. Uses you're going to have a ton of athletes out there from the Rangers, from the Nets, so on and so forth. So that's what Rondae is involved with here. Is Rondae back? No, Rondae is not present, so he dropped off. We set it up so we could talk about that, and then the most important thing that he had to do on his end, the phone dies there, Eddie. But we got all the basketball questions in.
But it's good he's got, I think, basketball and life figured out. And so I'm impressed, even though our connection wasn't great. I heard what